Come and listen to a story about a man named Jed. A poor mountaineer barely kept his family fed. And then one day he was shooting at some food, and up through the ground come a bubbling crude oil, that is, black gold, Texas tea. Well, the first thing you know, old Jed's a millionaire. The kinfolk said, Jed, move away from there. Said, California is the place you ought to be. So they loaded up the truck and they moved to Beverly Hills, that is, swimming pools, movie stars.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
And he's nowhere in sight.
I'll dig him for you, Granny. The boy's out looking for work.
He don't have to look for it. I got plenty right here.
Well, he's looking for the kind of work that'll pay him some money.
What does he need with money? You give him 50 cents a week.
Well, he claims that it takes more than that to court a Beverly Hills girl in first-class style. He wants a job where he can use his education.
That's what's ruined him. All that high education. He thinks he's too good to do hand labor. Wants to be a white-collar man.
Granny, the way Jethro spills food, he ain't never gonna be a white-collar man.
Well, I still say there ain't nobody needs that much education.
Well, considering he wants to be an atomic scientist or a brain surgeon, I don't think it's too much to graduate 6th grade.
Well, I don't know about atomic scientists, but speaking as a doctor, I can tell you that it don't take no 6 years of schooling to be a brain surgeon.
It'll be off-season for them anyway. Jethro looked all through these help wanted ads, and there wasn't one calling for a brain surgeon. Or for atomic scientists either, come to think of it.
Well, then, what kind of work is he looking for?
Well, Jethro said just to pick up some pocket money, he was going to run by the movie studio and see if Mr. Chapman had any odd jobs for him, like producing a picture.
Well, no, Jethro. I'm afraid I don't have any openings right now for a producer.
I'd be awful good, Mr. Chapman.
Oh, you're perfectly qualified, Jethro. You've got a 6th grade education, and your uncle owns a studio.
Just that I don't need a producer. You don't have to be producing, Mr. Chapman. I'll do anything for some quick money. How about directing or starring?
You are desperate for work.
Yeah, but that don't mean I work cheap. You gotta beat what I get at home. 50 cents a week?
You got yourself priced right.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chapman, but the guard says there's an uncontrollable mob of girls at the gate. They demand to see El Magnifico.
Who?
The great lover.
How'd they know I was here?
This is El Magnifico, Jethro. He's a famous matador. We're making a movie with him. Tell Ralph to put on an extra guard.
Yes, sir.
This guy's a great lover?
That's right.
Well, heck, fire. He ain't even out of knee breeches.
That's what a matador wears when he fights bulls, Jethro.
Fights bulls?
Yes, that's his profession. He's a bullfighter.
Boy, he's harder up for a job than me.
Don't kid yourself. Matadors are not only popular with girls, they make a great deal of money.
Fighting bulls?
Mr. Chapman, the girls caught sight of El Magnifico and they've broken through the gate.
What?
Yes.
Jed, can we get us a bull?
A bull? What for?
I'm gonna fight the booger.
Fight him?
Yeah, that's gonna be my life's calling, fighting bulls and beating off women.
Whatever it was that mashed your head out of shape didn't do your brain no good neither.
This ain't my hat. This belongs to a feller by the name of El Magnifico. He's been fighting bulls for 10 years.
Well, if you don't like him, why don't he stay out of the pasture?
Jed, he don't fight them for spite. He fights them for money.
He gets paid?
Yeah, thousands of dollars.
For fighting bulls?
Yeah.
Boy, somebody's been greening you.
Uncle Jed, it's the truth.
Well, if it ain't the educated white-collar worker. Did you get a job producing movies?
No, ma'am, Granny. I done decided on a new life's calling. That is, if Uncle Jed will give me the money to buy a bull.
Now the boy is talking sense. Raising cattle is good, honest work.
I ain't gonna raise cattle.
But what you want with a bull?
Don't ask, Granny, if this get you riled.
Why should I get riled? A honest answer turneth the way right. Now, tell your granny, what you gonna do with the bull?
I'm gonna fight him.
Don't you give me any smart mouth!
Granny, I ain't giving you no smart mouth. Bullfighters makes lots of money. Hey, and girls just goes crazy for them.
I warned you! Well, where'd you get a story like that?
Well, I figure somebody's just trying to unload a bad bull on a green boy.
I tell you, I seen it with my own eyes. There was a skinny little fella wearing a sissy suit with knee breeches, and a whole bunch of pretty girls throwed themselves on him like ducks on a June bug.
How come?
'Cause he fights bulls.
Hey, you gonna give me a straight answer?
Is that the only reason?
Well, it had to be. I was standing right there, and they grabbed him.
You've been uncommon handsome, man.
Compared to me.
Yeah, well, I reckon there's lots of things in this world we don't understand.
I don't care nothing about understanding it. I just want to get in on it. How about it, Uncle Jed? Can I get a bull and go to fighting?
You can get a tater fork and go to digging.
Granny, I dug them taters. Here, boy, take these out in the kitchen.
The women don't chase tater-toters.
You got one chasing you. Where did Jethro get this hat?
Claims it belongs to that bullfighter.
His head must have run mostly to ears.
Granny, I got an idea. Let's get us a bull.
What?
Now, hear me out. We've been wanting to have a good old-fashioned barbecue.
But Jethro will go to fighting it.
Not for long. Appears to me there ain't nothing a man can get his fill of faster than scrapping with a bull.
Afraid he'll get hurt?
Ah, a good stout bull can take care of himself.
There's one thing Jethro would like better than fighting it. It'd be eating it.
This way he can do both.
I'll put the taters in the bin for you, Granny.
Thank you, boy. And now I got good news for you. We's gonna get a bull.
Hot dog! I can go right out and buy me a big club.
Now, hold on, boy. You ain't gonna tie into that critter with a club.
Heck no, that's to beat off the women.
Melvin, be reasonable. I know we're a little over budget.
You're $100,000 over budget.
But we're making the greatest bullfight picture of all time. Sand and blood.
I don't mind the sand, but stop spending my blood.
Chief, this picture will thrill millions of aficionados like myself. It will be the movie debut of El Magnifico.
El baloney. Now, I want this picture wrapped up. Now, you tell him to throw his bull and get back to Spain.
But you just don't say that to the world's greatest matador.
I'll say it to him. Now, you get that steer jockey in here. Get going, El Scrammo.
We will not stand here and allow you to insult one of the greatest toreros to ever entered a bull ring.
Only last month in Madrid, they gave him both ears, the tail, and a hoof.
Well, that's what I'm going to give him. A hoof. Right back to Spain. Are we paying his transportation?
Yes, but...
Well, put him on a cattle boat. He can fight bulls all the way home.
Obviously, you do not understand that bullfighting transcends a mere contest between man and beast. It's an art form, a ritual, a drama that has been woven into the very fabric of Spanish history for 1,000 years. This drama has produced its greatest personality in the person of El Magnifico.
Yes, and we're putting him on film.
We're putting him on a boat.
Melvin, just the women who come to see this picture will make it a success.
That's true. El Magnifico is one of the world's most eligible bachelors.
Yes, he'll make the 100,000 back for you.
That clown wouldn't know what 100,000 looks like.
He gets 100,000 for one bullfight.
What?
That clown is worth $5 million.
How dare you call him a clown? We can't let this man go back to Spain. He must stay here with his money.
His money is in Spain.
I'll take care of that.
He can't stay here. He's not an American citizen.
But he will be if he marries an American girl. And I know just the girl. The perfect mate for El Magnifico.
Oh, Chief, you really think so?
Yes, Ellie Mae Clampett.
Ellie Mae. But they have nothing in common.
You call a joint savings account of 20 million nothing? Who has insulted me? What idiota dares to call El Magnifico steer jockey? Idiota! You, senor!
Forgive him, Your Majesty.
He doesn't realize that bullfighting is an art form, a ritual, a drama that has been woven into the very fabric of Spanish history for 1,000 years. A drama that has produced its greatest performer in the person of El Magnifico. Gracias. Ramon Miguel de Santoya y Manzanares, at your service. El Milberno Tabasco de Drysdale, at yours. Spanish? To the core.
Hablemos en español.
No, not in front of these clowns. Now, why don't you get back to the set, and later on, I'll have a wonderful surprise for you. Oh, muchas gracias. A usted lo cuento como un amigo. Hasta la vista. Olé!
That was the most reprehensible behavior I have ever witnessed.
You are completely devoid of decency.
Gracias. Come on, Miss Hathaway. Let's get over to the Clampetts.
Hey, y'all come out and see my bull.
You got a good one, Jethro?
I'll say. Got horns clean out to here. And strong as a bull.
I figured.
Well, you can tell by looking at him, he's a real scrapper.
We'll be out directly.
Wash up and have some victuals.
Ah, dash him, Granny. Ellie's out there, and that rascal's liable to throw her clean over the house. Hey, Ellie, get away from that bull!
Kinda cute, Jethro. I'm gonna call him Marvin.
This thing ain't no pet.
Well, what you gonna do with it?
I'm gonna fight him.
Well, what for?
For fame, fortune, and females.
Huh?
There's something about seeing a man fight a bull that just drives women wild.
How come?
I don't know. But you watch and see if it stirs you up when I go to tussling with him.
Okay.
Come on, Bull. Let's mix it up. Come on. I dare you. Cross over that line. Well, come on. I'm spotting you 800 pounds. How's that, Ellie?
Well, I'm commencing to get stirred up.
Hot dog. Now I'll show you my step-over toe hold.
Fighting it, Jed?
I don't know if he's fighting it or trying to shoe it.
Jim?
I'm commencing to get real stirred up.
I see better wrestling than a sheep shearing.
What's the bull doing?
He's looking at Jethro, kind of puzzled.
What's Jethro doing?
I think that's what the bull's trying to figure out. Well, if that's all there is to bullfighting, I don't think it's going to catch on.
A lot of nonsense. Jethro will just get that critter so muscle-bound he'll be too stringy to barbecue. I'll see who's at the door, Jed.
Okay, Granny, you ain't likely to miss nothing.
All right, Ellie. Get ready to be stirred to a peak of frenzy. I'm gonna jump on this rascal and throw him with a combination horn lock and stomach scissors.
Oh, Jethro!
There's a crowd pleaser. Looks like the bull's getting the hang of the fighting even if you ain't.
The bull didn't do this. Ellie did.
Well, I was fixing to hurt Marvin.
Yeah, she's gonna make a pet out of my fighting bull and ruin my career. I'm on the way to fame, fortune, and females. Ellie, leave him be! She's gonna have him fetching sticks.
Don't knock it, boy. It's better than what you had him doing.
What happened?
Oh, nothing. Ellie just threw Jethro through the door.
Oh, boy, is he hurt?
Mr. Clampett, Granny, there couldn't be a better time to tell you my good news. I have a man for Ellie.
Praise be. Fetch him in. We'll have a wedding barbecue.
Oh, now, hold on. We ought to know something about the fella.
Of course. Well, he's a bachelor.
That's enough. Fetch him in.
I couldn't do that anyway. You see, Granny, he's in a movie at Mr. Clampett's studio.
Hear that, Jed? He's a movie star.
Well, not yet. He's actually a matador. He's making Sand and Blood.
I don't care if he's just making room and board. Ellie Mae!
Tell me some more about this fella, Mr. Drysdale. You know what kind of a man he is?
To the penny.
What I mean is he a nice fella? Nice looking?
Mr. Clampett, wherever this man goes, all over the world, women throw themselves at his feet.
Well, I don't downgrade good-looking feet.
I'll have her ready in a jiffy, Mr. Drysdale.
Well, I'll go along and help them pick out just the right dress for this fellow. He's something special.
Danged if he ain't. Pretty feet, and wears a dress.
Yeah, Uncle Jed, Miss Jane straightened me out on that bullfighting business.
She did, huh?
Yeah, it turns out you don't hand wrestle them at all.
Just kind of wasting your time, huh?
Yeah, but I know what to do now.
What's the tablecloth for?
For the bull.
So wait a minute, boy. Let your granny cook him first.
Now, you bring Mr. Moan home with you for victuals tonight, Ellie.
Mr. Who?
Didn't you say his name was Ray Moen?
Oh, yes.
I'll bake a couple of possums, and I'll puree some crow gizzards.
So, maybe he'll want to take Ellie to a Spanish restaurant. You see, they like their food highly flavored.
Oh. Well, if he likes his victuals with a high flavor, I'll chicken fry a polecat, and I'll open up some goat cheese.
We'll let you know, Granny.
Goodbye, and be a good girl, Ellie. I will.
Oh, Donald, I wanted to find out more about Ellie's feller. Well, maybe Miss Jane will know something.
I wouldn't ask too many questions, Jed. The time has passed when we can be choosy. Ellie's an old maid.
Ain't no such a thing. Old maid commences at 20.
That's city counting. But you know, and I know, that the prime marrying age is between 12 and 14. Anything over that is a long shot with a limb in the way.
Well, I aim to find out more about him when he's got pretty feet.
Ha-ha! Ho! Ha-ha! Ha-ha! Ho! There, see? That's how you're supposed to do it.
I'm afraid it's hopeless, Jethro. Marvin is simply not a fighting bull.
Well, I sure would like to see the kind old Magnifico fights.
Let's go over to the studio. They're filming a corrida this afternoon.
Hot dog! I'll get my coat.
Excuse me, Miss Jane, but you hadn't out to wave nothing red in front of a bull?
Oh, but that's what... Thank you.
Say, have you seen this fella that Mr. Drysdale's got for Ellie?
Oh, indeed I have. What a beautiful man.
Beautiful?
From his pink stockings right up to his pigtail.
Let's go, Miss Jane. See you later, Uncle Jed.
Bye.
Pink stockings and pigtail. And after Ellie waited so long for a man.
Ah, Ramon, here is your lovely surprise, just as I promised. Senorita Ellie Mae Clampett, may I present El Magnifico.
Howdy.
Qué hermosa. Es usted infinitamente más linda de lo que me habían hecho creer. Por favor, acuda a la filmación de la corrida y dedicaré el toro a usted.
Well, what'd he say?
Howdy.
I'm sorry to cut this short, but the Plaza de Toros said it's clear over on the back lot. We've got 5,000 extras waiting.
Please, come and sit in the front row, and I will cut off an ear for you.
Oh, don't do that. You only got 2.
What does she mean by that?
Howdy. Well, you run along. We'll be there.
Hasta luego.
Well, Ellie Mae, how did you like him?
Well, he's awful pretty. But back home, fellas ain't marrying age till they's in long pants.
Oh, he's old enough. He'll make a great husband.
Well, I wouldn't mind cooking for him. But I sure would hate to have to wash and iron that suit.
Oh, you're just in time. El Magnifico is beginning his cape work.
Pretty near got him. Why don't he throw away that old red overcoat and lay down like everybody's telling him? He's gonna get hurt.
No, he's not, Ellie. He's just teasing the bull.
isn't it?
Yes, to tire it out.
Hey, you stop chasing that bull! Stop it or I ain't gonna marry you!
Ellie, don't distract him. The bull might get him.
He's done it again!
No, Ellie, no! Ellie, no!
Bull! I didn't even hear him coming.
It wasn't the bull, it was me! And what's more, I ain't gonna marry you!
Yo he conocido americanas locas, pero a usted no le gana a nadie.
And you ain't gonna make up to me with no howdy.
Hey, Mr. Drysdale, what happened?
Your cousin Ellie just threw El Magnifico out of the... Where did you get that?
Over the wardrobe. Miss Jane done learned me to be a bullfighter. Boy, am I gonna get the women now.
Jethro, you don't know how...
Hey, there's a bull that ain't busy.
Yes, but you don't want to... Jethro! Jethro! Jethro, get out of there!
Hi, Bull! It's me, El Jethro. You and me's gonna fight. Of course, it ain't really fighting. I'm just gonna wave this fancy tablecloth and duck aside when you run at me. Come on. Don't be scared. It ain't gonna hurt you.
Jethro, run!
I ain't supposed to run. He is. Come on, Bull. Hey, watch them horns. I don't want you ripping my fancy britches. Oh! You stepped on my toe. This time I'll get my feet out of your way. There. Now, come on. Let's make it look good so as I can get me some women. Hey, look. Nobody likes a smart aleck bull. You do that again, I'm gonna throw away that tablecloth and clamp a body scissors on you.
Jethro, you'll be torn to pieces!
Yeah, I know. Them women's gonna mob me. Hey, wait a minute. Are you ready here? Miss Jane is stupid bull ain't fighting fair. Tell me what to do.
Mr. Jethro, you shouldn't have gone in there. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. But that bull sure needs some lessons.
What you wearing, boy?
This here is what you call a suit of lights.
Well, let's go plug it in and see how it looks.
It ain't electric, Uncle Jed. This here is what you wear fighting bulls.
You got kind of stoved up. Bunch of girls fling themselves at you?
No, but that bull sure did. I think that's why they call it a suit of lights. When that bull hits you, your light's 40 foot away.
I take it you ain't going to make it your life's calling.
I'll say I ain't. I'm going back to being a brain surgeon.
How come you kept the seat?
I'm going to be working mostly around bull rings.
Not a call for a brain surgeon in there?
There's got to be, Uncle Jed. Anybody that fights bulls for a living needs a lot of work on his brain.
Time to say goodbye to Jed and all his kin. They would like to thank you folks for kindly dropping in. You're all invited back next week to this locality to have a heaping helping of their hospitality. Hillbilly, that is. Set a spell. Take your shoes off. Y'all come back now. Here.
This has been a Filmways presentation.